these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta bitch change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day these take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it, ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Hard now. Like 5. Mike 54. Arnie.
First carry for James Conner. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Nice play, baby.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hurry!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go with Chubb on second down, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Hey, alert!
On third down, Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
54, right there. 54 money. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Right here now.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yo. Hey, Sue. Mike 5-4.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie there to bat that one away.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. The extra point up and good. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert.
Now Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
Let's go, baby.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you don't
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former 1st-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
180. Hey, 133.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Run.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry.
Touchdown, baby. Keep it going.
Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Haywood! I'm here.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Throwing Mayfield, and this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game, a chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here and have to.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Shift.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
180. Watch the pass. Shift. Check. Crunch. Show that bench release and go. Check 50. Black, what's that?
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got you.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? for the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Roethlisberger's pass intercepted. The Browns take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
A run for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. He covered a lot of ground. Great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Set, 180. Check, 55 to Mike. Here we go, D, get up.
They'll run with Chubb, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Connor. Space to maneuver at the 40. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 48 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point safely through, and that will extend this big lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to get a score back. Extra point put through by Boswell. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. He's got daylight. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle, Denver, Super Bowl 48, Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The Browns take over.
Check it back. 61. Matchbox light.
1-yard line.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Makes the score Browns 70.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. Roethlisberger will throw. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Chubb. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 34 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Now Roethlisberger. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turn. Odell Beckham Jr., the 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Again, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.